So, you want to have a look in here? All right then, let's go. Hey everyone, it's Lewis back again with another video, and today I'm going to show you all of the cards that I carry.
I've been in my wallet.
Alright, so let's start with the fun stuff, the thing that everyone loves to hate, the credit cards. So two little disclosures before I get into this. So number one, none of the content that you're going to see today is sponsored by anyone. I have no incentive whatsoever to talk about these cards. I've not been contacted by these companies, nor have I been paid to say what I'm about to say. I've had these cards for many years now, some of them at least, and I love them. I really love them, so I want to talk about them. And number two, I carry credit cards because I want to enjoy the benefits that these cards provide, of which there are many of. However, I'm not in any debt with any of these companies. I pay off what I put on them in full and on time each and every month. So if this isn't you, if this isn't what you would do, if you think you would more than likely carry a long-term expensive credit card debt, don't carry a credit card. I wouldn't recommend that you do that. Debt is no joke, especially high interest credit card debt, so don't get into it. Anyway, let's go on to the first one, which is, of course, well, not of course, you don't know, the American Express Platinum card. Look at that.
Baller alert!
It's metal. Anyway, that is it. The metal American Express Platinum card. It is absolutely beautiful and lovely. And so, yeah, I have this card. This is an expensive card. Let's get into why I have this card. Right, now technically this actually isn't a credit card, it's a charge card. So a charge card is a credit product, but one that doesn't have a specific credit limit to it. So yes, it can be dangerous, as the more that you put on there and pay off, the higher the overall spending power and the limit on the card grows. It all goes within your spending habits. However, in my opinion, it's actually a very good teacher of money, because you have to pay off what you spend on the card in full every month. There's no option to carry a balance over like there is on a credit card. So if you don't pay it off in full, you get a late payment charge, and more importantly, a late payment marker on your credit file. So actually, this can be a great tool to have in your wallet for teaching you to live well within your means. Otherwise, you'll be paying the price for it. Right, so there are many reasons why I have this card. Yes, this is a massively luxury card. It's the one luxury that I really afford myself in life when it comes to finances. The annual fee for this card at the time of recording is £575. So it's easily one of the most expensive cards on the market right now in the UK. But like I say, this is the one luxury that I afford myself. I'm a very simple person in the day-to-day. I no longer want to or need to spend a ton of money on crap that I don't need to impress people that I don't know or don't really care about. I would much rather enjoy experiences in my life. And with experiences, I absolutely love to travel with of course, my girlfriend, Jess. And this is the ultimate travel companion card. So when you spend on this card, you receive what Amex call membership rewards points. So usually that is 1 point for every £1 that you spend on the card. So with the points that you get on the card, you can use them for a ton of things, such as converting them to travel partners such as Hilton, Honors or Avios, which is what I do for them. But you can also use your points as a credit against your monthly bill and things like that. So like I say, I usually convert my points to Avios, and thanks to this card, we have actually flown to the likes of Valencia and Malaga in Spain for free, only having to pay the airport taxes, which is brilliant. In fact, we recently booked a holiday to Spain for this coming July in a couple of months' time. I used the points I had on this card to pay for the flight, and I had to pay the grand total of £2 for the charges. So there is that. And then with the £575 annual fee, you get a Priority Pass annual membership, which actually has another card all by itself. I'll show you that as well. So without showing you the number, there is the Priority Pass card. It's a nice like black and gold vibe to it. It's very, again, quite nice and you know, premium, so to speak. So with the Priority Pass card, you actually get access to over 1,300 airport lounges worldwide. which is brilliant. I actually think that that benefit alone is worth about £190. So of the £575 annual fee, I pay that back 190 quid from simply using the airport lounges twice a year. And as I mentioned, we've used this benefit since about 2017 now. Me and Jess have enjoyed lounge access in the likes of Valencia, Malaga and New York, and of course in the UK in Gatwick Airport and Heathrow Airport. We've also taken some of our friends and family members along with us during these journeys as well. They loved it as much as we did. Within the airport lounges, you can of course obviously escape all of the absolute madness that goes on in airports, but not only that, with airport lounges with Priority Pass at least, you get complimentary food and drink. And in some of these lounges, you can get the likes of spa treatments, hot showers, video game rooms. There's a ton of things that these lounges have. This really has been amazing for us and a little bit of a game changer, because as much as we both love to go abroad, Jess isn't the most confident of flyers, so this is brilliant for her in the sense that she can be so much more relaxed before getting on the plane, which really means a lot to me as well. You know, the more that I can make her comfortable, of course, the better the both of our lives will be, of course. So there is always that really good benefit. And speaking of travel, I love staying at Hilton hotels when I can afford it, or when we can afford it, that is. And with this card, with the American Express Platinum card, not the Priority Pass card, I'm instantly enrolled into Hilton's Gold status, which provides free breakfast with every stay. But if you're staying in the US, you actually get a daily food and beverage credit, which we used when staying in New York. And also you get the option, or not the option, but you get more of a chance of being upgraded for your room. When we stayed in Cambridge before a couple of years ago, seeing some family members of Jess's, we actually got upgraded to an entire suite with a living room. And it was, well, it was lit. I'll never say lit again, I do apologise. Another reason why I have the card is even during the pandemic, when travel was pretty much at a total standstill for the best part of 2 years, Amex still came through with several lifestyle-based benefits which paid back the majority of the annual fee for the best part of those 2 years. So since the pandemic, I've enjoyed hundreds of pounds of credits against my account with the likes of Selfridges, Waitrose and the Ivy restaurant chain. Alongside that, Amex have recently announced another lifestyle benefit with Harvey Nichols, so I now receive a £50 credit once every 6 months from January 2022 to December 2024, and that is a total of £300 worth of credits. In fact, since I've had the card, I have saved, as you can see here in this graphic, almost £1,000 with the spending that I've made thanks to these offers and others, such as American Express's Shop Small promotion, which happens every year and promotes smaller businesses in your local area, which I think is fantastic as well. So all of that in itself really has paid back the annual fee and then some for the past couple of years. I mean, it's an expensive card, but you can definitely get that fee paid back pretty quickly with you know, those sorts of benefits. So there you go. And then my third favorite perk to this card is the worldwide travel insurance. So wherever I'm traveling, even within the UK for a day, I'm covered by simply using the card to book the travel, which provides a great peace of mind. So there you go. Perfect. Anyway, so on to my second credit-based product, which is another Amex card, and it is the American Express Nectar credit card. I don't have any tape to cover the card numbers, so unfortunately that's all you're getting on this card. It's not a pretty card anyway, to be completely honest. You're not really missing out on much apart from the card number, which you ain't getting. Alright, so why do I have this card? Well, this really is mainly just for grocery shopping and putting petrol in the car. So the reason why we now use a different card for that is simply to separate what we, you know, the fun spending money with the required spending money, but to still receive a benefit for doing so, which of course with a Nectar card is Nectar points. Now, if you're in the UK, obviously this is the UK channel, you'll probably be very familiar with Nectar points and the Nectar loyalty scheme, so I won't bore you with what you already know. But essentially, I receive 2 points per £1 spent on the card, which then actually increases to a minimum of 3 points per £1 spent on the card at Nectar partners when I also scan my Nectar loyalty card at the same time I use the credit card to make the purchase. So this is at places such as Sainsbury's, Argos, British Airways and eBay. So the ability to rack up points on this card is pretty quickly and pretty great. And as before, like I said, we love to travel, so we intend to mainly use these points against Avios for any flights. Essentially, I honestly don't believe I'll ever need to pay for a flight again with these two cards. Apart from the taxes, that's all I'm going to pay for flights ever again for the rest of my life. I'm certain of it. This card does also have an annual fee of £25, much easier to swallow, but you do get the first year for free, so that is an added bonus in itself. There's honestly not a lot of other benefits on the card, but considering that Avios are very recently part of the Nectar loyalty scheme, this is actually one of the best travel cards out there in the UK right now, considering how cheap it is and how pretty quickly you can rack up points towards a flight on it. So it's not a bad little tool to have for your travel needs, that's for sure. Right, so we're now coming away from all of the credit products and we're moving on to debit products, and of course I have to talk about my absolute favourite, the Chase debit card. There it is. You've seen it before. You've probably seen my video before on it. So yeah, I recently done a video on this card. I unboxed the card. I told you guys about the awesome benefits that this card has. So if you want to have a more detailed look at this one, then do go and check that one out. But essentially, here are the main 3 reasons why I have this card. Number 1, in my opinion, this is the best debit card in the UK right now, considering the benefits it carries. So you get 1% cash back on all everyday spending for your first year, which is great. So far, I've made about £1.50 worth of cashback already on the card, and I've only had it since the 31st of March, so not even a month. On top of that, Chase provide a companion easy access savings account for all of their current account holders, which currently provides 1.5% interest on all savings you put in there. So this makes this savings account absolutely brilliant for an emergency fund and holding any short-term cash in savings when you need to use it. Currently, this is how I budget. I technically don't actually budget at all. Budgeting sucks. I hate budgeting, but this is how I do it. So I have different buckets for my money. I have an investing bucket, a travel bucket, a car bucket, an emergency bucket, of course, and obviously like a spending bucket. So every time that I get paid, I transfer my money over to Chase, put certain percentages of that money in these buckets, and then use the rest for spending money for the month. I ensure that I at least put 20, if not more, 20 to 30% of my disposable income into my investing bucket. Thirdly, Chase also provide roundups in a separate savings account that provides an amazing 5% interest, which is unheard of for cash savings at the moment. So whenever you spend on your Chase debit card, let's say it's $9.99 in a store, Chase will round up the extra 1p to the nearest pound and put it into a separate savings pot, which generates much more interest. Because of this, I've actually made more interest on this than I have in cashback. I think I have about £2 to £3 in there. Again, I'll put it right here. So again, with no effort on your part at all, you can save just for spending. So yeah, I love that card. Okay, my second debit card of 3, can you believe? I know, I have too many. This one might get cut. It might get cut, but second it is the Monzo. See if that's all right. This is the Monzo debit card that I have. You can't miss it, can you? So this actually used to be my daily driver in terms of debit cards before Chase came along. But I still have this card simply because of one thing, and that is it's their early payday feature. So with this card, I get paid 1 day before my actual payday. For me, this is great when it comes to transferring money over to people that I owe, such as bills. I can give myself an extra day, so I'm not rushing around in a blind panic, making sure that I have enough money in each account to pay the people that I need to on time each month. So it provides that little extra peace of mind for me. When I actually did use this card, I really enjoyed the budgeting tools that they provide. You can allocate a certain amount of money, that is when I actually did budget, but you can allocate a certain amount of money each month to certain categories. For example, you can say that you want to spend £500 a month on finances, like investing, saving, etc. You can put like £300 a month to shopping, £250 a month to travel, etc, etc. So it's really good if you're struggling with keeping on top of your finances. It's a really, really good starting point for budgeting and for sort of like managing your money a little bit better. And so then finally, I have my last debit card, which is the First Direct debit card. It's a very sleek little number. Nice black little number. All of the details are on the back of the card, so I can actually show you the entire card, which is quite nice, as opposed to popping up on my wallet a little bit. But yeah, I have this First Direct card. I only really have this for all of my household bills and my American Express bills as well. So my rent, my council tax, utilities, Netflix, etc., it all goes on here. The reason being is because this simply allows me to separate what is my money and what isn't my money. We all have to pay bills, it's just a way of life. So for me, having an extra debit account for this is completely, it's great, sorry, because it's completely out of sight and out of mind. I won't get tempted to spend things that I don't technically have. Plus, when I did sign up to the card, they gave me £150 as an incentive for being a new customer, so there is that as well. I still think that they do that. I'm not sure right now, but I'll put it up when I'm editing the video how much they are currently giving for new account holders. So yeah, I mean, churning bank accounts is actually quite profitable. You can get quite a lot of money for it, so that's one of the reasons why I've done it. And the last reason as well is because First Direct are rated as one of the, having one of the best customer service teams in the entire country for banks and credit cards even. So there is that. I actually have used their customer service team before for when I had to get myself set up on the app on my phone. For some reason it wasn't working, I couldn't get it set up, so I called them up. They picked up the phone pretty much straight away, and in about 10 minutes I was on the app and I was all set up and good to go. So thanks to the team at First Direct. Those guys are great. They're based in Leeds in the UK, so you know you're speaking to someone in the UK. So yeah, they're fantastic for that sort of stuff. So that's it. That is what I carry in the wallet right now, and I feel like we've gotten to know each other a little bit better. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If so, do give it a thumbs up. Let's have a discussion about it below in the comments. What cards do you have? What cards do you like? What cards don't you like? Etc, etc. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing for more money related content. I post videos every Monday and Friday at 6:30 PM UK time, so make sure to stick around for all of that. Follow me on all of the socials down below for even more. And remember, until next time, that really every quid counts. See you soon.